Okay. Is this working? I hope so. Let me know in the chat if everything is going okay. This is my first time doing a live stream, so I'm working out the kinks a little bit. Can everyone hear me? Okay. Check, check, 1, 2. Make sure everyone can hear me all right. Okay. I'm getting a yes from Banjo. I think I'm on a slight delay, so that's totally fine. Everyone, you can hear me okay? I could honestly pull up the stream on my phone and make sure it sounds okay. They're a little quiet. Okay, I can bump myself up a little bit. Okay. All right. If some of you saw yesterday, I went live on accident and very much said that I wasn't live. So if you were the two people that joined in yesterday, you got to see a very candid, just me sitting and trying to get the stream going. And then I accidentally went live a second ago, but I think we're good now. I think we're good. This is so weird because it's very delayed on my side. Okay. Angie says she's having a little trouble hearing me. I bumped myself up a little bit. I can bump myself some more, though, if I need to. I want you guys to be able to hear me well. Is it better now? It's a little quiet. Okay. Any better? Any better? Check, check, 1, 2. I can pull it up on my phone and we can get the very annoying echo. Any better? Any better? Check, check, 1, 2. I can pull it up on my phone and we can get the very annoying echo. I love that. I love that. So it might be louder now. Hello? Hello? It's a little quiet. That's good. Okay, okay. I'm getting okays from everyone. Okay. And if it sounds, this is so weird because you guys are all here, but also like not here. This is weirding me out. Thank you so much for being here though. This is awesome. Super excited to watch the show with you guys. And I don't really want to waste any more time because I know I value your time. And I want to be able to watch the show. So I have a little timer down here. It's always backwards too, so I no idea where my hands are. This right there. There's the time. It's all backwards for me. Why is this so hard? Timer is right there. It is on. It is right over there. I'll have a timer up during the live stream, just so if like you get kicked out, or just so you know what part of the episode I'm in, if like you need to leave or something and then you need to come back, so you'll know where to jump back into the episode, just to make things a little easier. I think the chat will be a little delayed for me, just so you know, but if you have any like questions or anything, or if something interesting comes up in the episode, I would love to talk about it, or anything like that. Yeah, I can't think of anything else I need to say. If you could avoid saying spoilers in the comments if you've already watched the episode, which is totally fine if you've already seen it. Just don't put it in the chat, just so we don't have spoilers, to respect everyone else. And also, I would be really sad if I got spoiled through the chat. So, okay. Let me go ahead and pull up this little timer thing, and then I will start the episode at the exact same time. And we will watch this episode together. This is so weird. Thank you all for coming. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Okay. So I will start the episode. I'm going to set my mic right here so I can say it at the same time. Or I guess the timer will start at the same time, so it'll be fine. Okay. And I got my AirPods in, so I'll be listening through there, so you won't have to hear it. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, the logo for Disney Plus just snapped. Here we go. All right, right now Simon is talking to his daughter. That's where we're at in the episode. Good joke, Michael Smith. Good joke. We're just in the Simon and his daughter scene. They're doing the little. There's La Befana. Soup. I don't know how much I'm going to talk during this, just because I don't want to ruin you watching it. And I need to pay attention. Okay. All right. The code is gone. All right. I'm not skipping the intro, so you don't have to worry. I love the intro, so I'm not going to skip it. They're suggesting me to skip it, but I will not skip it. All right, folks, here we go. All right, I'm watching the episode now. I'm paying attention. Not really, but I mean, if you want to tell us about your eye. Yes, he doesn't look like Santa. Yes. Yep. Which was my problem with the elves. They just didn't know. Oh, whoops. Thank you, Lev Mass. I'll make sure I don't breathe into as much. Bigger than Santa? I don't know, Simon. Come on, man. Come on. Simon's definitely gonna have like a big redemption moment, but if he doesn't, it would be really funny if he just was like a jerk the rest of his life, but he should. I'm sorry, Amy. I wish your sister would watch it. What? Noel used his really manly elf voice, I guess. That's tight. Yikes. Yeah, do not get on Noel's bad side. Come on, Gary. Oh, I hope Gary disappears right now. Oh, it actually, that's pretty good, actually. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, James. It is weird if you don't have the show pulled up. I don't really want to do like a play-by-play call, though. I really hope Toy Santa shows up here. I don't think he's going to, but I mean, we're getting the soldiers obviously because of the cool kick in the trailer by Mrs. Claus. Can you eat the key? Yes, Emily. I'm pretty sure it'd be the same ones from the Santa Claus 2. Cal, you lived in the North Pole, man. I feel like you should know this. I feel like they're acting like they've never lived here. Obviously, now we're getting Sandra like reminiscing in her room as I'm saying this. I totally forgot about this little creature. Yeah, this will be uploaded right afterwards. As far as I know, it should be uploaded right afterwards. So, yep. I hope the daughter turns evil too. Let's just have an evil like they should just be the new evil Santa Claus and daughter. Why not? True, Angie. That is true. Cal, he just connects to technology. He just connects with it. Here we go. All right, here we go. But we had to get our cool Mrs. Claus fight scene montage, and here it is. Here we go. Clip from the trailer, right around here. It's coming up. There it is. Man, she took them out pretty easily. A lot easier than before, but Cal is definitely going to use the drones for like Christmas in the future. Also, I feel like I just slurred all my words there. In the future. It's hard to do this with headphones in. Yes, Lev, I do think. I'm hoping that we have a full on extended universe. That's the hope. The coat is coming. It's coming towards us. This would be a perfect time for Bernard to show up. I think we can all agree that. Oh man, I thought it was gonna be Bernard for a second. Dang it, I got really excited. Okay. Just La Befana. Yeah, we're definitely gonna remember the name Simon instead of Santa. Here we go. This is the moment. Yeah, remember when Scott burned the turkey in the first movie or whatever he burnt? Had to take Charlie to the Chinese buffet, or not to Chinese buffet. That's Christmas story. To Denny's. Everyone has a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna give her the world. Christmas every day. That's essentially the world. Ooh, yeah. He's been around the code a little bit, Simon. He knows what he's doing. Yeah. I know. Just give the coat to Bernard. It's not gonna happen, but come on. I wish he would have been like, psych to Null. But, oh, and La Befana, I guess, is part of, I guess they're all family now. That's cool that he's adopting all of them. Oh, there it is. Little Christmas magic, little giving. Yes, I'm watching it live right now. If you look at the time on the screen, that's where I am on the episode. There's all the elves. They were living in that little orb. Edie. Edie with two of the best jokes of the season. The Harry Styles joke and that joke. Absolutely killing it. Man, what if Betty's just dead? What if she actually died? What if that would be so that'd be insane if they went that twist. They won't. But bring back Bernard as head elf if Betty is dead. He'll find her. Use your really there it is. There she is. I was gonna say use your strong elf voice. Yeah, just explain what happened, Scott. That there was a lot of Santa stuff and that Bernard. Yeah, does Betty not know anything about this? I guess she doesn't. All right, I really want a fun morph like effect. Come on. Here we go. Cool morph effect. I want it to look just as bad as the first movie. Really, just as bad as the second movie, because it looked good in the first movie. There we go. Good. Stay behind with Betty. All right, Noel. The whole team. This is what a lot of people in the comments were suggesting. It felt like the most logical. I did not catch what Sandra said. Whoops. Take Gary with you. Come on. There's 6 episodes. This is the finale. All of them. Yep. Come on, let Cal be the Iron Santa. Come on. Back in business, baby. No, don't, Sandra. Don't retcon their names. Let's keep the names. Come on. And Betty is way more chill now. Yeah, not a great look, Cal. Yeah, I had a feeling it's gonna be flowers. They're not. They're like fake flowers though. Like at least get her something like real flowers, Cal. Oh, these are her favorite. My bad. My bad. Jumping to conclusions. Well, Cal, congratulations, man. Ruh-roh. She goes insane. That's probably what goes wrong. Oh, they handed out all the snow globes. That's very sweet. Classic Betty. Classic Betty. Hey Betty, where is Bernard? He Bernard would already be planning for the next Christmas. But that's okay. All right, folks. That is it. Credits are now rolling. Interesting. I mean, that was a fine episode. I didn't think that was bad at all. I'm going to stop the clock. Let me stop the clock real fast. And also, all right. Should we just watch the first Santa Claus now? I mean, we might as well. Okay. Let me read some of your comments, what you guys are saying. That would be 5 out of 10. Hey, that's a fair review. As the whole series or just this episode? I feel like I don't know. I don't know what I'd give the whole series. I think I will probably go more into detail because I think I'll do an actual review of the actual. I feel like I should talk to the camera. I will probably do an actual review of this episode just because, like, I'm probably going to need to watch this episode again because I mean, I was paying attention, but not super well because I was watching what you guys were saying as well. So I was kind of doing a little bit of both. Hey, if you guys want to watch a live stream of me watching all the movies, that actually might be something that would be pretty fun. Maybe we should do that. Because honestly, I haven't even watched the movie since last year when I made my original Bernard video. I have not watched them since. So honestly, a lot of my Santa Claus like knowledge is a little rusty. Like I saw Santa Claus 2, it was just like on TV, and there was a scene that I was like, I had no memory of this at all. So I really should be talking to the camera. Like I had no memory of it at all, and it just happens when you're watching movies. You just forget about stuff. But I do think this show was slightly better than Santa Claus 2, just from like a uh, immediate reaction. I think it's better than Santa Claus 2, but I still don't think it's better than the first movie, just because I think the first movie is so good. Yeah, that is true. If it would have come out the week of Christmas, it would have been a little different. It would have had a little bit more of a impact. Um, I just feel like the Yuleverse thing would have been a lot of fun to have in the finale. I just think it would have helped the show peak at a better time. I think it would have been an awesome climax for the show. So that's really like my only problem with Bernard being like I would have loved for Bernard to be in this episode instead of last episode, but understand why they did it. But I think like the Yuleverse would have been a fun finale thing, and then you just like jump right into um, the finale, I guess. No, they always are playing them on TV. They're constantly on TV. All right, let me see. I'm gonna go up to the comment section to kind of see some things that you guys have been saying that maybe I missed. I know that Michael wanted me to say something very specific, and I will just say it because why not? There's not even that many of us in here. If you send something for me to say, as long as it is not getting me canceled, I will go ahead and say it. What did you say, Michael? Michael, you said, we love you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't know you, so I don't feel like I can say I love you back. I hope you understand that. I just don't know you personally. Uh, say that I'm making movies and shows, and my brother Chris is I think, I don't know, as well as tell everyone to buy a copy of Benivia Awaken Part 1 is like Lord of the Rings. You should. Okay, so everyone buy that copy of that game. Let's see. Lev Mass, who spoiler is my brother. So hi Levi. Thank you for joining the live stream. Um, he said if you could combine the Santa Claus Christmas universe with another Santa Claus universe from a different movie, what would you choose? The Grinch, Elf, Ernest Saves Christmas. Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like I had an answer to this a few days ago. I feel like Jingle All the Way would be a lot of fun just because it kind of feels like very similar like vibes, kind of similar like lived in world. Jingle All the Way would be a lot of fun. But Elf would also be a lot of fun. Any movie with a Santa Claus in it that you could connect somehow to the Santa Claus Tim Allen, I think would be a lot of fun. But there's just I mean there's a lot of potential there. Imagine if Jack Frost did appear though. Honestly, both people said this. Jack Frost, Amy said that, and Fish Dish both said, what if Jack Frost appeared? I mean, that would have been sick. And also, Martin Short was on SNL this past week, and they even mentioned Santa Claus 3, which is very funny. So it would have been very funny if Jack Frost showed up. I mean, he's already doing promotion for his show with Steve Martin, so might as well. Brothers Webb, who is Luke, he keeps on mentioning that he has been working on an edit for Santa Claus 4, like of all these episodes. So, hey, good luck with that. I hope it turns out good. That'll be a lot of fun. I don't really think it needs to be a movie. I feel like this series did what it needed to do, but hey, editing is fun, and I hope you have a good time doing it. Yeah, I was wondering where Bernard was too, but I mean, we basically had a confirmation that David Krumholtz was going to be in one episode. Okay, I'm going back down to the comments now. Yeah, Amy, go for it. Make a video about that. Honestly, like I love the Santa Claus movies, and they're super fun. And honestly, a lot of times when I'm reading you guys' comments, you know way more about this than me, and it really helps having you in the comment section because I can only say so much to people in the comments. Like usually most of my comments back are just that like I am reviewing the show and people then telling me that Bernard is back, and it's like I have known this for a while. So you guys definitely have a better pulse on the lore than me, I feel like. But so I need to brush up a little bit, but I do appreciate you guys coming and watching me watch it. Okay, Fish just said that the third one is honestly their favorite. I have heard that a lot. I remember right before the show came out, I watched Doug Walker's review of it, just like skimmed it, and I know that he said like he like kind of sees the third one as like a so bad it's good movie. I don't really see it as that. I think it's fine, and I don't know. The Martin Short performance is just like not a fun Martin Short performance to me, in my opinion. I think it's fine, but it's nothing like any of his other characters. And as I've said in my original video, he's super horny the entire movie. So, yeah, it's just very weird. But I think the third one is fine. It's clearly a straight to DVD movie. Like you can tell throughout the movie that it is. All right, anything true? Um, This episode was a 5 out of 10, maybe 6, but the last episode I liked because Bernard carried the out episode, even though, like you said, it should have been the finale worthy, plus him being Santa would have been nice. Yes, I agree. I just think that the Yuleverse, it's very hard because you want that, like, if you're telling this story, you want that rising action, and that's the Yuleverse episode. It's your rising action, uh, it's your big moment of everyone. I mean, it's the rising action to get to the climax. So I understand doing that. It's just, I feel like a lot of these Disney Plus shows, their second to last episode, they always do like a big reveal. And then the finale is just like, that's really how it ends. Where I just feel like there was a lot more potential to have the Yuleverse be the last episode. And I don't know. It's just one of those things. I think it would have been better, but I don't hate how they did it. And just the fact that we even got a Yuleverse type, like storyline in general is very impressive that they even did that. So yeah, I think, I'm trying to get my words out, but I think like just the fact that they did that in general is very cool because I didn't think they were going to do that. So, you're welcome for having this up. Yeah, I mean, I would love to review the movies. That's something I would probably do in the future. Yeah, it's so much easier reviewing these episodes, obviously, because they're way shorter and they're way more concise. Like, reviewing the movies is like an hour and a half of stuff. So I think maybe I would, but honestly, doing like a watch party would be a lot of fun. It would be a lot easier way to get my thoughts out uh, of the movies quickly instead of just reviewing them, which I feel like so many people on YouTube have reviewed them. They're such popular movies to review. But I do feel like a lot of people review them in a weird way of just like, they're just kind of mean to the movies, which is fine. I know Danny Gonzalez I think it was him or Drew Gooden did a review of the original Santa Claus movie, and I didn't watch it, but I might have watched it. It's been a long time. Anyway, moving on. Angie said, if you look past the goofiness of the movie, there's a lot of lore to investigate for the franchise that made the third one good. I agree. I think there's a lot there, and I feel like, I just feel like there's a lot. There's a ton of stuff in the third one that does like super fun lore type stuff, and I feel like, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why they kind of tried to retcon a lot of that movie in this series. Not like totally. Uh, Thank you, Amy, for saying it was Danny. Not trying to totally retcon. Okay, I'm losing my train of thought. Like they retconned the third movie, but in a way that was like beneficial to the series. So it was like they picked and chose what they wanted from the third movie. They didn't like they just didn't really address it a bunch, especially in the Yuleverse episode. Just because I think not having Bernard there makes it difficult to really address a lot of the stuff that happened in the third one. And I feel like this is almost like a spiritual or a replacement for the third one. Like you wouldn't necessarily need to watch the third movie to understand this one. So I feel like there's like different ways that they went about this series, but I definitely feel like retconning the third one in a slight way is something that they wanted to do. Just because like obviously the third one has like crazy stuff. It has time travel. It has like way more like special beings and stuff. So there was a lot more to go in. Like you would just have to grab a lot of lore from that movie. So you just pick and choose what you want. Oh, I'm glad that my Bernard video helped you start watching. That was a fun video to make, and I'm so happy it's getting a lot of views now. It only took uh, 7 months for it to start getting views, but I'm very happy that it did. So, no, I have been paying attention to this Bernard. Uh, oh, Danny did make it. I do remember that. He made a music video about. But I've been paying attention to this Bernard and this little whole David Krumholtz coming back. Like, I really, genuinely, when I released my first Bernard video, I genuinely thought he was probably going to return. It just felt like a logical step for the series to bring him back. Like, just in my opinion, that's kind of how I saw it. So, I I was hoping that, and that's a moment where I can like pat myself on the back and give myself props that I kind of predicted that. It's gonna be the one time where my ego is big, where I can say like, hey, I predicted that. That was a moment that I felt like I predicted. So I hope you guys can accept that. Things would be better paced as a movie instead of a show. Yeah, I agree. I think that like the show format, you're limited. Obviously, the budget's going to be smaller. Um, I think the week to week thing was really fun though. Oh, Bolivian Awakening is a book. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, read the book. Am I even saying? I don't think I'm even saying it right. I'm sorry, Michael. Read Michael's comment. I'm screwing that up. What was I saying? Yeah, I think there are pros and cons of a TV show and a movie. Like obviously, I think the week to week was a lot of fun. I think because it was just because like we were able to like watch and have little um what am I like cliffhangers. Like obviously the cliffhanger in the last episode where the hand touched Santa and was Bernard, like super fun to have those cliffhangers. And I don't know. I really think it could have gone either way. I don't think there's a definitive way that this show, if it would have worked better as a movie or a show, I really think it would have been pretty much the same. I think they would have just trimmed some fat, but like the episodes just aren't even that long. Like this episode was under 30 minutes. So, I mean, literally it was 26, 24 without credits. So, I mean, the last two episodes are really short, and I think if this was a movie, though, I think we would have definitely spent more time in something like the Yuleverse because you had a bigger budget, so you could have done more with that. So, like, just little things like that. I think you would have gotten more of Simon's backstory. Like, I think you would have gotten, like, a ton about Simon. Like, I feel like that might have been, like, the majority of the first act if that was happening. Okay, I'm getting off track. Any other things? Better pay. I just read that comment. Yes, I think I have seen Isaac Carlson, or at least seen like I don't know if I've watched the video, but I think that name sounds really familiar. So I think I've seen that comment. Do I have social media? Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter if you want. It's very much just like I just tell jokes on there basically. So you can follow me on Twitter. I'll put my at. Really, if you want to follow me on anything, my at is just I'll put it in the comment section. It's this on everything. So if you want to follow me on stuff, go for it. You don't have to though. I totally understand. But hey, if you want to follow me, the third plot is a lot like Shrek Forever After. I've never thought about that, but yeah, that is very true. It's very similar to Shrek Forever After. But yeah, other things, I know that they mentioned social media. If you guys want to hear more content from me, I have a weekly podcast that I do with my brothers. We have a lot of fun doing that. It's called The Good Brothers Show. If you want to, I don't want to plug a ton of my crap because I know that's kind of annoying. But if you want to come, or if you want to listen to us talk about stuff, and we probably will talk about the Santa Claus show at some point, putting in the comments, The Good Brothers Show. So if you want to, oh, thank you for the follow. If you want to listen to our podcast, it's a lot of just like riffing and fun stuff. And I think we will talk about the Santa Clauses eventually. Honestly, I'm just kind of Santa Claused out right now in the best way, but I talk about the show during the week. So then when I get to the podcast, it's like, I don't know if I want to talk about this, guys, because I talk about this all the time. So, yeah. Trying to think of anything else. But yeah, if you want to come listen to the Good Brothers Show, you can find us on any, and the Good Brothers Show link, maybe I should plug the link. Maybe I should do that. But let me do that, the Apple Podcast link. And we're on all podcast things, so you can listen to us on anything. So there's the Apple Podcast link, but obviously like we're on Spotify and all the other podcasts, Amazon, all of the podcast places. So yeah, come listen to us, and I hope you enjoy it. It's a very just like laid back show and a lot of fun. But yeah, it's in all the description. I don't know if that's what you're saying, Angie, but it's in all the description of most of my videos, that link as well. I appreciate Amy. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know if we'll have a, oh, and also I should say, like, you can follow the Good Brothers Show on Instagram as well. That's kind of where we update. I don't know. I hope it's not annoying that I'm plugging my stuff. If it is, just say it in the chat. Say, this is extremely annoying. Stop plugging stuff. This is so weird because like I'm just talking in a room, so there's like nothing. There's no one talking back to me. There is the link to the Instagram page as well. So yeah, we have like over 50 episodes. So go back, listen to episodes. It's a lot of fun. And that's probably honestly after this Santa Claus series of me reviewing the episodes. That's probably where most of my content is going to be. I'm going to try to make more YouTube stuff just because I have kind of an audience now. So I'll keep making stuff on YouTube. It might be a little different because like there's no more Santa Claus stuff. So I'll be making some different stuff, but I hope you stick around and watch some of the stuff that I make. It'll be a little different, and maybe eventually I will come back to it. Yeah, but definitely follow. I'm getting lots of notifications. So yeah, follow me on stuff, and yeah. You can keep up to date on stuff that I'm working on, and obviously like most of my content type stuff. I don't even know who's still in here. How many people are in here? I think it tells me 23, but I think that's just overall how many people were in here. Let me pull this up because I feel like, what if I'm talking to like, oh no, there's 23 people in here. Wow. Crazy. I don't remember what I was saying. But yeah, most of my video and content type stuff will stay on YouTube, and that's where I'll make it. And I'm hoping to maybe do more shorts type stuff. And if you want to follow me on TikTok, I forget, I have a TikTok too. It's the same at Laban Massey. So if you want to follow me on TikTok as well, I barely put stuff on there. It's really just, I just put my videos on YouTube on there just to kind of get them some extra eyes on them. So, and we'll just see if TikTok is even a thing in a few months. It might not be a thing anymore. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know how to say your username. LiveVector31. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So I have a lot of other videos besides Santa Claus stuff. So I hope you guys are willing to stick around with me, even if I'm not making Santa Claus stuff. I don't know what I'll make next. We will see. I have a few ideas. So we'll just see. I will just experiment with some stuff. A lot of this channel is just stuff that interests me at the time. So I'll just make something that's interesting to me at that current time, and that is what I will make. So I have a few different ideas, and I hope that you'll watch and like the videos because it's very helpful for the channel. All right. I don't know if I'm going to stay on too much longer. If you guys have any other questions or anything else, I would love to answer them. I'm probably going to do a review for this episode just because, why not? And I'm pretty sure this will just automatically go up on my channel. I'm pretty sure. If it doesn't, I'm very sorry, but I'm pretty sure it will. And we'll just see. If it doesn't, I don't know. You just had to be there. That's what you'll have to tell people. You just had to be there. How would you go about Santa Claus 2 complete with graphics? That would be pretty funny. I've had a few people get, I had one person in my comment section get mad at me for saying that this Mrs. Claus is like selling your soul to Santa. No, there's not going to be a season 2. As far as I know. I would love to let me say what I was saying. Someone just said that I was woke for saying that Mrs. Claus's soul was being sold to Santa. I don't think that's a woke comment, but hey, people say what they say. So, but I commented back that I agreed that I suck and that I am woke. So, the person that commented that was a very funny comment. Yeah, I don't think there'll be a season 2. That doesn't seem like something that's going to happen. And I just don't really think it's necessary. I think this series is done. And I feel like this was a good conclusion to the series. But we'll see. I mean, I like talking about it. So someone said something that I was going to... Oh, about the interview with David and / Bernard. So I will say like a little bit of a thing that I've never revealed. And because you all are big fans, I thought that I would reveal it in this stream. So when I released my original Bernard video, and I might talk about this in my review for the next one. I am scatterbrains. When I released my original Bernard video back in April, I posted it and tagged David Krumholtz in my Instagram story, and he saw it. So I then messaged him and basically was like, hey, you need to come back to the series. And you have to understand, this was way before he had been confirmed for the series, like months before he had been confirmed. Because I released my video in April, and when did I release my Bernard is Back video? I'll look real quick. I released that in July. So this was literally like however months are between August and July. So I messaged David and I told him like, hey, you need to come back to this series. That would be awesome if you came back to this series because I'll just read exactly what I wrote him. Let me just do that. Make it a lot easier on all of us instead of me just trying to abbreviate. I will pull it up now. 1 second. Sorry, guys. I promise you this actually happened. What if it was just gone and I just made all this up? Okay. Okay, here we go. So I put up this story. I know you can't really see it super well, but I put up this story of just like the storyboard, and I just told David to come back to be Santa. And this is honestly one of the more reasons why it's really annoying when people are just like, he's back. It's like, guys, I've been talking about this for so long. Anyway, and then I just said, what are the odds for you to come back and play Bernard? And this is awful. You can't, I just saw the delay. You can't even see the phone. Anyway, David Krumholtz then responded just with a shrug emoji. And that's what he responded back with, just a shrug emoji, which basically confirmed that he was coming back to the show, to me at least. And then I said back, you got to come back to the Disney Plus show. And while I and many others would want you to be the lead, a cameo would be amazing too. So, and then he just responded with an orangutan emoji. And that was it. That was our entire conversation. So to get back to what I said originally, I would love to interview David, and I think that would be super fun to just talk to him about this, because I would love to know if him being Santa was ever on the cutting room floor, if that was ever something that was even talked about. So that would really be my only question. That would be very funny if I did an interview and I only asked him the one question about him being Santa, and that was it. So yeah, I had a conversation with David Krumholtz before this where he just sent me emojis back. So, but sending a shrug emoji about being back in the show is like the perfect way when you're in a Disney show and like clearly the executives are down your throat to be like, do not say anything about you being in the show. Like a shrug emoji is just the best. Like maybe, I don't know. So I know, Amy, amazing conversation. So, and then I messaged him back when like he got confirmed, and I was just like, very interesting that you about this news, just because we had that conversation. And I haven't messaged him back just because I don't want to be annoying, because obviously he has his own life and he has things he needs to do. So I don't want to be the Bernard guy that's constantly bugging him. Okay. But that's really the only thing. I might mention that in my review, but if not, you all know. So yeah. Yeah, little Mandela effect there. Okay. Well, that's true. The shrug is a classic Bernard move. I agree. It is one of his staples. But yeah, I love that I showed my phone. I showed my phone to the camera, and it was just incredibly blurry. So it's like, I don't know if this will show, because I'm in focus back here. Yes, I know. Such a deep and poetic conversation. It was just perfect. I'm waiting for the delay, so I'm just going to keep it up till I see it. I'm waiting for that delay. I don't know. It's going to be me just holding it up for forever now. No, you can't even see it. Anyway, it's just the storyboard that I had Indra Mahana make for me, and then I just tagged David Krumholtz in it. Man, more people are joining. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining the live stream. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Maybe I'll just post it on the community tab, and then we can all look at it together. But you're right. Honestly, like what I would love to do is just to message him and basically to tell him like, hey, you should go check out my videos, because I have basically created like a lobby of Bernard fans. If you would like to see all of your love in one spot, and also just see all these people that are very like mean to me, just saying like, what is up with you and Bernard, man? What is up with you guys? And it's just like, I just think he's a fun character, guys. That's really it. I think he's just a fun character. All right, we are getting close to an hour. I really have loved this so much. Any other things do you guys want to say or anything? I can go back to the very top. I'm just wasting time now. But yeah. Anything else? I think I'll go ahead and leave. Yeah, the Bernard fandom. I'm in a Facebook group that's like Bernard posting on Facebook. It's a very small group. It's like 200 people. And really the only reason I joined in the first place is to share my video to Bernard fans. Like, it was a very selfish way to share my original Bernard video, just so some Bernard fans would see it. But they have been posting so much recently. So if you want to join that Facebook group, I'm a part of it. So, hey, go for it. Okay, someone did ask, my question maybe it wasn't answered before. What did they do with Curtis? Yes, I agree. The conspiracy theory chat is a lot more fun. It's just fun to involve Bernard in it. So I think with Curtis, obviously the Hollywood answer is that the actor did not was just not able to come back, and that is the Hollywood answer. He probably didn't want to come back, or they just didn't ask him to come back. But like the lore type question, yeah, I guess he got fired, or I don't know. Like that's really my answer. Did I answer that in a video that where Curtis went? I don't even remember at this point. I guess I answered it. I don't know. And like, I know a lot of people have talked about how I'm like, I just don't like Curtis. It's very much like, it's very tongue in cheek. Like my whole thing with Curtis, like I think it's just funny to kind of like dog on him just because of like how terrible of a head elf he is. So it is nothing against the actor or the character really. It's just, I think it's just fun to dog on him. I think it's just a very fun thing to do. So, and I know someone asked like like my last review about Curtis aging in the second to the third movie, and I think that is just like those are those moments where it's the same as Bernard aging from the first to the second movie, and it's like they're just not going to acknowledge it because they don't look that much different. They're still kids, so they are able to get away with it. So there's really no like need to explain why they aged. It's like just turn off your brain for a second and just pretend that they were a little smaller in the other movie. Like that's kind of my that would be my explanation for that. Yeah, I mean honestly, Curtis, it feels like Curtis would be a great head elf at the South Pole. I will say that. I think he'd be a great head elf there, and maybe someday he will be a head elf again. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't think the actor that's played Curtis has really been anything since for a while. He was in like Zoom with Tim Allen as well. He had a really big 2006, like a very big 2006. It's Spencer Breslin, and his sister is Abigail Breslin, who's a great actress as well, and she's in Signs and Little Miss Sunshine, and she's a great actress. So, I mean, a very good acting family. He's also in Cat in the Hat. I forgot about that. But he has not been in anything in a while. So I don't even know if he's that active as an actor anymore. I'm trying to think. Yeah, he really hasn't been in anything since 2015. I know he's kind of pursued music too. Not really for a while. 2012. So I'm just looking at his Wikipedia right now. But yeah. Yeah, that's another reason. It's really hard with these Santa Claus. I'm responding to Angie's comment. That it is really hard to do. It's hard to do a progression of these shows because you're casting kids as these roles, so they're gonna age, obviously. So, yeah, it's just difficult. You kind of write yourself into a corner. I think it's a fun idea, but it's definitely write yourself into a corner. I don't think I do want to, yeah. And I would have loved to see Neil in this show. He's like the one person I really would have loved to see besides Bernard, just because I think Neil is super funny, and I think that actor's super funny. He's great in Seinfeld, in the episode of Seinfeld he's in. So that would have been a lot of fun to see. And Lucy, I have no idea what the actress that played Lucy is doing anymore. She was the same thing as the actor Spencer Breslin, where she was just in a bunch of stuff in the early 2000s. I remember she was in Cheaper by the Dozen and something else. But yeah, she was just a super popular actress in the early 2000s. All right. I'll see you, Amy. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Oh, yeah, and make a video about Santa Claus. Let me know when you make it and send it to me, and I'll check it out. I don't think I know what ship it or rip it means, which makes me feel really, like, out of touch. I'm looking it up right now. Is it just like if you like it or don't like it? I would assume. Is that what it is? No, oh, they did say season finale, not series finale. So yeah, I guess there's definitely a possibility that we get a season 2, I suppose. So yeah, I mean, if it did well, why not? But I just don't know where they go from this. But obviously, there's plenty of lore to work with. Oh, okay. She does yoga content and voice acting. That's cool. Yes, Lucy does cause global warming in Santa Claus 3. That was a big moment in the news that she caused global warming. So, yeah. I can't believe you did that, Lucy. So, yeah, and you also like I do, yeah, cuz technically she changes Jack Frost um into like Jack Frost doesn't exist anymore. What would he even be called now? Like Jack Sunshine? I don't know, or Jack Nice? What is the opposite of Frost? Um I don't know. So yeah, Lucy did cause global warming. So thank you for that. And everyone's saying that Neil is great in the first of all three movies. Like he's a great character. He's super fun, and I would have liked to see him to get again, but that's okay. I guess I didn't. I don't think this had a post credit scene. I don't think so because it went to the Santa Claus. Like I didn't check for that. But yeah. No, Michael, maybe I will do a ship it or rip it video. We will see. I don't know. Lucy unfroze Frost. She has powers, or is it? I don't know if she necessarily has powers. That was like something that people were mentioning that she has powers as well. I honestly think that was just like a moment that they were like, let's just have her hug him. I don't think there was really anything deeper there. But with this series and this franchise, it's like you can make stuff deeper than it is. Like you don't have like you can either do this really shallow stuff that isn't that deep or make it very deep where it's like there was all this lore connected to it. So what did I think about the series? So I will say just because most of the legendary figures at this point have passed away, the guy that played well, not most of them. I should just say two of them. The guy that played Father Time, who's the dude from Everybody Loves Raymond, he passed away, and then the guy that plays the Tooth Fairy also passed away. So I think that probably makes that difficult. And I cannot remember for the life of me the lady that plays Mother Earth. I know she's an Archer, so I'll just look up Archer. I know like she has a very I know Aisha Tyler. So I would have liked to see Aisha Tyler back because I mean I don't feel like there's anything for that. I don't know if there's anything cut from the show. I hope we kind of get a behind the scenes. Like I know that, and I don't know about the Easter Bunny. I have no idea who played the Easter Bunny, and then I don't know who played the Sandman. But he seemed pretty young in Santa Claus 3, so I imagine he's still alive. Um, yes, I agree. Season 2 would be really cool to have the legendaries come back. Just because, I mean, I just don't know where you go with this series besides that. So I think like a buddy cop style, there we go, Jack Summer. A buddy cop style with Scott and Bernard is like the most logical step for this series. Just do a series with them like going on an adventure together because I think that would have been a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know all the different legendaries. I just knew that the guy that played the Tooth Fairy and that Father Time had both passed away. So, yeah, Art was the Tooth Fairy. And I have no idea who played the Easter Bunny. That's a really good question. If it was like two people, let's just look up the cast of Santa Claus 3 while we're sitting here. It is so funny. All of my Google searches, like as soon as I look up Santa Claus, it's just like all of these dumb searches that I've done. Oh, here we go. So, oh, Jay Thomas is the Easter Bunny. I feel like I've heard of this guy before, and he passed away as well. Sorry, that I did not mean to laugh at that. I feel stupid because I am I am not finding out these people have passed away. So the guy that plays the Sandman is still alive, and obviously you can recast these people. The guy that plays Cupid is still alive. This feels very morbid for me to be just like listing off people that are dead or not. I think I'm going to stop doing this. But yes, you can always recast the legendaries, and they can come back as different actors and actresses. So that's a very easy thing to recast. That could be pretty interesting to do a difference between the novel and the movie. I don't know. But yeah, I would be interested in that. I feel like I got a bunch of gross hairs on my mic. But yeah, that'd be interesting to do a deep dive on the differences. So yeah. I will be honest, I haven't really read the entire novel. I just kind of skimmed it for the video just because like in those situations I just needed to get the video out. So I have not read it. So I would love to read it and see what the major differences are. Oh, okay. I see that. Maybe there's a world thing that happens that needs magic, Christmas to join in with other legendaries, and yeah, I definitely think like the angle of taking of just like going very deep into the lore is like the most logical way to take this series if you want to. I keep looking at my computer. I should look here because that is you, technically the camera. I think that is the most logical way to go with this series is just to go very lore and mythical. So we'll see if they do it. Okay. Well, I think that's pretty much it. I'll give like a one more second if there's anything else or if you just want to say hi. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end this. We've been going over an hour. I appreciate all of you being here and watching the show with me. It was a ton of fun. I'm going to try to get the review for this episode, Ghost Goblins. But Tim Allen wouldn't let them. They wanted to be more Christmassy. Interesting. I don't know what ghost goblins are, but that sounds fun. They should have done that. I don't know what I was saying. I'm hoping to maybe have my review out Friday or Saturday. We'll see, just depending on how my life is going and all of that stuff. So I will hopefully get it out soon. But I've loved having this discussion. It's a lot more fun to have like an actual discussion about this instead of just like getting comments and then like I think about responding to them, but it's just a lot of work to respond to comments. So I read them all though. So I do see you guys and read the comments. Oh, like Nightmare Before Christmas? Okay. I need to stop getting distracted by the comment section. But yeah, Santa Claus fan fiction is weird. It is. I appreciate everyone that does it. Obviously, fan fiction. I mean, do what you love. Like, if you want to write stuff, but I mean, fan fiction. It's just yeah. I don't have any other comments on it. Like, if you love writing fan fiction, hey, all props to you for wanting to do that. And obviously, it takes a lot of work to come up with those ideas. So I wrote fan fiction at the end of my Bernard video, technically. So yeah, if you love something, write fan fiction about it and put yourself in the story. I know a lot of people have talked about how they put themselves in the Santa Claus franchise and made themselves Mary Bernard, which was very funny. It was just very funny. That's just very funny and cute, I guess. Okay. I think I'm going to call it. Thank you all so much for joining the live stream. As far as I know, this will be uploaded directly to YouTube. So if you missed it, you can come back and watch my reaction again. If it doesn't, I'm very sorry. I'm pretty sure it will, though. We will see. So thank you all so much for joining the whatever this is. I'm going to go ahead and plug my social media again. If you want to come follow me, it's at Laban Massey on basically everything: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I don't know if I'll be a super fun Instagram follow. Most of my posts are just about my baby boy that I just had, so it's probably not a super fun follow. But Twitter's probably the best place to follow me if you want just fun stuff that I don't know. But yeah, and then you can also listen to my brothers and I's podcast at The Good Brothers Show. I'm putting the podcast link down below. If you want to check that out, I'd really appreciate it. It's just The Good Brothers Show, and it's a fun show that I am the least funniest brother on. So if you want to hear people that sound similar to me but are a lot funnier than me, I would definitely check out the show. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just looking at the last comments and everything. Thank you all so much for joining the live stream. This was a ton of fun, and I will see you all for the next episode and the next review. And after that, I don't know what I'm going to be making, but I hope you stick around and enjoy the content. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.